Alright everybody, welcome back. Just want to make you a quick video showing you the cockpit buckets installed in the top hatch. I had to take a piece of light, it's almost just a light ply, not even ply. It was actually a paint mixing stick that I trimmed up because I wanted something really light but strong, and this worked out really well. It's just supporting this back portion of this bucket because it's hard to see, but the front one sits pretty level, and then the aft bucket has kind of a curve to it. It kind of follows this green line here, so it only really, the glue or the attachment point only comes to about right here, and the rest of it just kind of raises up. So I needed something to support the back. So what I did was just simply, I tried, I wanted to use a rubber glue so I could remove it if I needed to. That's kind of what it said in the instructions. I didn't want to permanently glue it in. So I used some shoe goop. Didn't work out very well. So I tried the old trusty hot glue gun, and that worked out great. So I'm going to start using that probably for all the cockpit stuff, because it's, you just have to be, don't go crazy with it because hot glue is kind of heavy stuff, but I just essentially tacked it down in a couple places along the way and everything, and it's in there. It's not going anywhere. These cockpits, this particular cockpit, I don't know how other cockpits are, but instead of just using plastic and making them like a, like a mold and then just using a plastic, it looks like they just lay up some real thin glass material and resin and paint it. But in my opinion, it's a horrible way to do it because it's very brittle. And you can see this thing, I mean, it's all cracked, and this back bucket's really bad. Like, this is really soft. And that's why I had to glue this wood piece on there to support these guys right here, the little carbon rods that I ran into up through the pilots to kind of hold them in place, and it comes through the seat and out the bottom, and just tacked it with a little bit of CA. This was so weak here that there was nothing to support it, so I had to glue this on, and you can see it's really really bad, and just completely, like, you can see the glass is basically delimited from the resin or the paint. I don't know how they do it. It's just heavy, very brittle, and I would suspect that this may not last. It's going to be out in the sun, it gets hot, may get brittle, so we'll see how it holds up. I still may need to do something back here to support this last piece. It's real flimsy, and it's already got a little crack up here. So what I may just do is just may take like a 1/8 balsa that I have, a sheet, and cut like a little, kind of like from here, start here in the middle, and then have it contoured to this, and then just straight down, just kind of like that, just to support that and keep it from vibrating from any kind of wind that may come in through the nose door while I'm at it. But it's in there. I like the hot glue, so I'm gonna, as long as it holds up when it's flying, I'm gonna keep using it. And I already, I don't know if I put this in the last video, but you can kind of see them in there, little holes I drilled in to kind of get some glue in there to attach these other ones. It's kind of an eyesore when you look at it from that direction, but when the cockpit's on the jet, you really can't see it, so I'm not too worried about it. But they look good in there, perfect size. Some people ask me where I got this. It was some little stuffed minions from Toys R Us, come in like a 3-pack, and I ended up giving my son the other one. The other thing I've worked on, because like I said, I really can't do much. Should be getting the new sequencer in any day from Todd at DreamWorks. I've got to replace this guy right here, this fill valve. It used to work because I had it in the F-15, but the one-way, little ball in there that pushes back up when it's full to keep air from coming back out is stuck or something, because this one just leaks the air back out. when you fill it. This is the brake, and this is the gear. So I'm gonna have to see if I can get that fixed or replace it with something. But what I worked on last night, and it's gonna be hard to show you guys, is the gear doors. The servos were already glued in, but I went ahead and kind of see them right there. Made some push rods for the doors, and it might be better to get down here, get on the floor and look up for you. But it's gonna be hard to see. But you can see I just took some old JR helicopter ball ends and a ball and attached it to this little mount, and obviously the servo, and you can kind of see them there. It's real hard to see, but there you go, and it's in there. Works really good. What I did is I put a let me get up on the floor here. I put a little delay in it, just like I did the flaps, and let's see, this might be able to see a little better. So they come up pretty fast, but they're not like a slam up fast and slam down. Yeah, it's not really focusing too well, is it? But you can kind of see the rod right there. But should work out good. Those are metal geared servos. Not very, just some micros. So hopefully they'll work out. But that's about it. Like I said, everything's pretty much done with this portion of the jet. Once I get this hooked back up, and the servos for the valves are underneath here. Once I left them off, that way I can adjust the throw on those servos. You have to manually set the endpoints with that sequencer. That way you don't strip gears, because you don't need the full travel to action those valves. So once I get the new sequencer back from Todd, I'll get those hooked back up, either fix this or replace it, and then that'll just bolt back down and I'll be done. As far as the electronics, I'm gonna do some tidying up of the wires. I got some, just to secure the wires and keep them out of the way of the nose gear and stuff like that. But that's just basic stuff, final setup. And then I'll hook up this line right here, which will go to the fuel pump, and I'll be mounting the fuel pump probably somewhere up here, just so I can get to it. Plus the length of the battery lead will be limited, and then my shut-off valve will be up here, and the terminal plug-in box will be up here as well, and then that'll pretty much be it, minus the turbine. Like I said, the turbine should go in pretty quick and easy, because it's easy to get in there and get to everything. These aren't glued in yet. I might glue in some blocks here and up at the front. That way you can just attach it with a screw, so you can pull it in and out if you need to. I went ahead and got some smaller diameter wire tubes here. This is what I'm going to run. This will be pretty much the length of what they're going to be. They're going to be ran down the jet, and I'll click my little terminal boxes. These guys will clip onto the wire that's in here, and then I'll just plug each servo into that. So there's going to be probably 2 in this area for the thrust vectoring, and then there'll be 3 further down for the elevators and the rudder. But that is it. Kind of boring at night. I have nothing to work on right now. That's kind of why I made the video, just running my mouth. I've been long days at work this week. I'm going through the new Apache that we're getting, this new Echo model. Like, I fly the D models right now, the new Echo model. It's the latest and greatest Apache. So I'm going through the transition course on that here. this week, and then after the first of the year we'll start the flying portions and all that good stuff. So I've been kind of busy with that, long days. But I think I'm going to go ahead and, since I ain't got nothing to work on with jets, finish up my my helicopter. I've had that thing for over a month and still hadn't finished it up. I was waiting on the new head that they had to send me, but everything's ready to go now. Just got to do the setting up of the gyros and all that stuff. So I may work on that since I ain't got nothing else to do. But oh, another thing, real quick, check this out. Alright, so everybody knows about McMaster's. You know, they have like everything. It seems like they're. So, because I'm going to replace all the airline on my F-14, I ordered this. This is 1/8 by 0.066 thousandths, whatever you want to call it, airline. And I bought 100 feet of 2 colors. So I got 200 feet for $40. You can't beat that. Plus I bought some high saw, some HP20 for like $13 for the tube. But I mean, this is the steel. I mean, and it's really it's nice tube. It's nice and should hold up. It's nice and stiff. It should hold higher. It's a good PSI. Looks like it's going to be a good tube. So I will probably from now on always buy my airline from there, because you can just get a lot of it like you need, especially on like the F-14, which has a lot of air valves or air valves and cylinders. So that's a good buy. And something else I'll be getting in the shop any day now is some dual action electronic valves from Jet Central. I got 6 of them. I'm probably still going to use the manual type valves. You know, I bought enough of these for the F-14, but I may go ahead and use these for the gear, just because I don't trust the electronic valves as much as I do the manual valves, and then use the electronic valves on less critical things, just to see how they kind of work. I've never seen or heard anybody using the Jet Central double action valves, or so we'll see. So I'll show you guys those when I get them and let you know how they work out. So, and if they, you know, work out and don't have any problems with them, I may put them in my next project after the F-14, just do a complete electronic valve setup. So, but I'll shut up and get back to doing nothing really. You guys have a good night, and if I don't talk to you, have a good Christmas. Later.